News now begins in the west of the continent, where Nigeria's former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has denied allegations that he is behind the planned nationwide protest against hardship, set to begin on August 1st. Now, in a statement on his X handle, Obi urged those making these allegations to focus their efforts and resources on assisting everyday Nigerians who are struggling with issues such as securing their next meal, obtaining education for their children, finding employment, and accessing adequate health care. He emphasized that the future of Nigeria hinges on addressing these urgent needs rather than perpetuating deceit and lies. Obi stated that his political journey has never been driven by desperation or personal gain, but by principles and a genuine care for his people. His remarks came in response to claims made by Bayo Onanuga, Special Advisor on Information and Strategy to President Bola Tinubu. In a lengthy tweet published on his X account on Saturday, the Special Advisor to the President accused Peter Obi and his supporters of spreading the hashtags, alleging that they're not Democrats but anarchists. Joining me on the news to discuss this further is Chief Spokesman Obi-Datti, 2023 Presidential Campaign Organization, Dr. Yunusa Tanko. Hello, Doctor. Thank you so much for joining me at this time.
Thank you very much for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, so what do you make of the presidency's allegation against Peter Obi and his supporters, claiming that they're the sponsors of the scheduled protest in August and labeling it a treasonable offense?
It's so laughable. I'll draw you back to a video that I saw of the President Bola Tinubu in 2015, who was not even a candidate of the APC as at that time, was promoting, sponsoring, as allegedly mentioned by Shehu Sani on the Democratic Day, tagging the president as one of the people who sponsor and support protests, which is enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, particularly Chapter 40 of the Constitution of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as 1999 as amended. Now, this same president using his aides now to accuse the individual who had the opportunity. In 2023, His Excellency Peter Obi ran for election in this country, and he has the popular support of the Nigerian youth. But yet, he did not protest or support any of his members to go onto the streets and create mayhem in the cause of the fact that he did not agree with the result of the election. That shows you a clear distinction of who Peter Obi as a person and then President Bola Tinubu as a person. With all due respect, these people are not tolerable. They don't have tolerance. I also remember in 2015, the same President Bola Tinubu called President Jonathan a drunken fisherman. In fact, they made a casket of a coffin of him and then goes about the street calling him all kinds of names. Yet nobody arrested them. Nobody speaks ill about them.
All right, Doctor, you talked about, this administration being tolerable when it comes to protests. Now, given that, protest is a civic right of any citizen in a democratic country, why does it seem that this administration and the ruling party are averse to, protests and open criticism, especially considering that they previously, and just as you've actually said, capitalized on such momentum to gain power?
They are aware of their ineptitudeness and inefficiency, and they know that the Nigerian people are already tired of shenanigans and lies and concocted story. Look, today, Nigerians cannot eat 3 square meals as compared to 2015 when Jonathan was in position of power. Even taken together with Buhari, Bismarck performance during that particular era too. So Nigerians are tired of these particular concocted lies. Look, we cannot transport ourselves comfortably from Benin to Abuja. Neither can we transport ourselves comfortably from Abuja to Kaduna. And yet the presidency is spending humongous money in building a mansion for the vice president. and they are planning to buy a beautiful plane for the president as his well. They are spending humongous money in the areas of what we don't need, i.e., spending money on construction of road from Calabar to Lagos. Is that what Nigerians people need at the moment? The level of insecurity is so high that you are not sure of how you can survive within your own home because they come and pick you like a chicken in your own house. What about the issue of education? What about the issue of protection of the life and properties of every Nigerian? All of this has come together to frustrate every Nigerian to a point. So they are aware of all of these particular challenges. And even though they also know that even though the court has already pronounced them as the president and the vice president, as the case may be, they know that there was level of electoral fraud that took place. So all of these, they are afraid. But they don't need to be afraid. All they needed to do is that already they have the opportunity, do the right thing for the benefit of the Nigerian people, and I'm sure the Nigerian people will have come in clean and support this particular government. But the fact is that they kept on making mistake upon mistake because they know...
Doctor. Now, speaking of the challenges that Nigerians are facing, hence the scheduled protest, we'd love to know your thoughts on the protest that has been titled Save Nigeria Rally that's scheduled from August 1st to 15, 2024. That's suggested by Bayo Onanuga.
Well, as far as we are concerned, we are Democrats, and we will follow the tenets of democracy. And the tenets of democracy clearly stipulate in Chapter 40, Section 40 of the Constitution, freedom of association, freedom to express your view. Freedom to express your view in such a way that it will be seen within the ambience of the law. And these are some of the things that they had done when they were opposition. And they used these particular sections of the Constitution. So what they ought to have done is to provide guide and protect these particular people who want to go on protest. It is their inalienable right. It's a democratic right for them to go on protest if they so wish. And if the government of the day is trying to avert that particular position that they find themselves, all they need to do is take an actionable position, not concocted stories and propagandas and lie and trying to pin issues on Peter Obi. Peter Obi is not your problem at all. The problem that they have within their own party itself and the font of information that they dish out to Nigerian people would not fulfilling it. So therefore, we will have advised them to say we are taking an actionable plan like number one, we are bringing down the prices of petroleum from 800 naira to 100 naira. We are making sure that we involve in agriculture and making sure that people get enough fertilizer, enough tractors so that they can produce. Because once you are not producing as a country, of course, you will be subjected to hardship. But if you produce and it's comfortable, all of these particular challenges will have fizzled out. So my advice to them is that they should protect those who want to go on this demonstration and give them a guide so that there will not be any mayhem. But if they decide to stop them and trying to guard them, they will get things that they do not expect because Nigerians are really tired.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Tanko, for speaking to us on this.
Thank you very much, and God bless Nigeria.